Are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the verge of making a game-changing move? Rumors are swirling about a potential addition that could elevate our blue line to new heights. As we dive into the latest trade talks, one name keeps popping up. Could this be the piece we've been missing? Stick around to find out what this could mean for our squad. If you want to stay in the loop with all things Leafs, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's impossible to ignore the intriguing situation with John Klingberg. The defenseman has been skating again, making strides in his recovery, and now it seems like he's at a pivotal point where joining a team could significantly aid in his comeback. According to TSN's Darren Dreger, there's a strong connection between Klingberg and the Leafs, but let's be honest, the team is currently pressed for roster space. This means that if Toronto is really serious about bringing Klingberg on board, they'll have to make a move. Now, I know many of you are feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension about this potential addition. The Senators have shown interest, and then there's the unpredictable situation with the Oilers' blue line. It's clear that Stan Bowman is in the mix, and what started as a wider list of contenders has narrowed down to 5 or 7 teams. If the Leafs can't land Klingberg, my gut tells me that Edmonton might be the next best option for him. It's a tight race, and I can feel the tension building. As we approach the Four Nations face-off, which is just a few weeks away, there's talk about how this could impact trade negotiations. Many general managers see this event as a sort of deadline, a point where they'd prefer to have their deals done before the competition heats up. The NHL's trade deadline is still 7 weeks out, but with the Four Nations looming, it's creating a sense of urgency. Some GMs believe this tournament could act as a blocking point for trades, but let's not kid ourselves. Trades can still happen during this time. There are no restrictions in place, and it's surprising that neither the league nor the Players Association has considered imposing any limits on player movement during this critical period. It really does come down to the individual GM's perspective. Some see the Four Nations as a minor hurdle. Others might feel it's a significant obstacle. So, what does this all mean for the Leafs and our hopes for a successful season? If the team can strategically maneuver themselves to acquire Klingberg, it could be a game-changer for our defensive lineup. In a league where defensive prowess can dictate playoff success, adding a player of Klingberg's caliber would certainly bolster our chances. But I have to ask, is this the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Klingberg brings experience and skill that could enhance our back end, especially as we gear up for the push towards the playoffs. His ability to move the puck and contribute offensively from the blue line cannot be overstated. On the other hand, making room for him means potentially parting ways with another player who might be crucial to our current chemistry. As passionate fans, we've seen how quickly things can change in the NHL. The right trade could set us up for a deep playoff run, while the wrong move could leave us regretting lost opportunities. It's a precarious balance that management has to navigate. The Toronto Maple Leafs are facing another potential setback as John Tavares left practice with what appeared to be an injury during a power play drill. Right after a collision with teammate Chris Tanev, Tavares fell to the ice and quickly exited, raising concerns among fans and analysts alike. We're all holding our breath, hoping it's nothing serious, but the uncertainty looms large over the team's future for the rest of the season. Tavares has been a crucial part of the Maple Leafs' attack this year, boasting an impressive 20 goals and 42 points in just 44 games. That's a pace that puts him on track for a potential 36-goal, 77-point season, an exceptional feat that could see him surpass the 1-in-100 career points milestone. It's hard not to feel a little nervous about how this injury could affect not just him personally, but the entire team's chemistry and performance moving forward. With Tavares being in the final year of his contract, one has to wonder how this impacts both his future with the team and the organization's aspirations this season. The Maple Leafs are currently sitting atop the Atlantic Division with 56 points, just 1 point ahead of the Florida Panthers. But after losing 3 games in a row, the team needs its leaders to step up. Do you think this was the best decision? To allow Tavares to practice full tilt, knowing the stakes? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, we need him to prepare for the playoffs. On the other, we can't afford to risk further injury. It's a delicate balance that could dictate how successful this team is in the long run. If Tavares misses any time, he'll join the list of key players already sidelined, such as Austin Matthews and Kalle Järnkrok, forcing the team to dig deep into its roster depth. The question we should all be asking ourselves is, can the Maple Leafs maintain their standing without their captain? The loss of an offensive powerhouse like Tavares could shift the dynamics of the team. I mean, we all know how critical he is to the power play, and losing that element could potentially cost us games, especially against tough competition like the New Jersey Devils, who we'll face next. The front office has made some interesting moves this season, but with every decision, there's a risk involved. They've doubled down on their offensive strategy, but are they putting too much pressure on their stars to perform? Every time we see a player go down, it raises questions about depth and readiness. We've got to wonder, is this team truly built for a deep playoff run? Or are we just one injury away from falling apart? I genuinely believe that this team has the talent to go far, but it's vital they stay healthy and find ways to adapt to adversity. If Tavares can bounce back quickly, he'll be vital for the remaining games, especially as we head into the crucial months of the season. But if he's out for an extended period, what's the plan then? Are we confident in the secondary scoring? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you optimistic about Tavares' recovery, or are you worried about the implications for the team? Let's get the conversation going. Your thoughts matter, and they can shape how we view this Maple Leafs season. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest news and insights about our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. Activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's rally together as fans because we know the journey ahead is filled with excitement and challenges. Go Leafs go!